This is an Off the Tongue podcast.
Hey, thanks everybody for tuning in. Welcome to the show. I'm Doug.
I'm Greg.
And this is Mike.
And this is It's Funny That Makes You Go K podcast, part of the Off the Tongue podcast network, where you find the greener grass. You can find the original Copycats,
Skate, Ohio,
Pints Pals, and a plethora of more. Yes, a plethora.
A plethora of podcasts.
And we are going to jump right in because we've got, this could
Is
be
that
a
more
long
than a
one.
bushel of podcasts?
Oh, yeah. Come on. A bushel? You put it in a bushel. You can't put a plethora in a bushel.
I didn't know.
Yes. We are going to talk, great. Blah. Mike's got one thing, kind of a addendum to April Fool's Day. So we're just going to touch on that real quick. And then we're going to talk about what does it mean to be a man. We're going to dive into that. And this is
because we're experts.
We are experts
on that.
Well, I'm a man.
I'm a man. You know who else is a man?
Mike's a man. This is all stemmed from a story I saw about a guy about doing something. And so we're going to talk about that story. And then I found a poll they did on the most attractive and least attractive male hobbies, according to men and women. We'll touch on that. We've got a few products that Mike's been storing up. I've got one. I think Greg's got maybe a couple.
I got one.
And then if there's time, I have got a movie quiz we may partake in. So, Mike, take it away.
All right. Well, yeah, so we had just missed a story for an April Fool's segment last week, but I had seen the headline. It got my attention. New Jersey police chief's alleged sick pranks. So it's like, I wanted to know what the police chief is pranking, his sick pranks. I want to know what these are.
Now, a lot of times I see that and I read a story and it's like, super overblown. This is ridiculous. This might be the case this time. I don't know.
We'll wait and see, maybe.
Okay.
So let's find out what these sick pranks are. Now, I misinterpreted the headline. I thought it said, sick, bro. That's sick.
Like, that's a sick prank.
No, these are sick. These are nasty. So
Okay.
it says new details surrounding the depraved antics of a New Jersey police chief accused of creating a toxic workplace through disturbing pranks, quote unquote. And then it lists a few of them. So let's go through some of these pranks. How about spiking the office coffee pot with Viagra?
Oh, that's hilarious.
Ooh.
Let's put drugs in people's drinks.
How about
Kill someone.
How about shaving your body over the desk of another employee?
His body or somebody else's body?
No, his body.
Oh,
He's shaving. He shaves his arms over the desks of his subordinates.
what if you just punch this guy in the mouth?
How about this one? He pricked another officer's, you know what, with a hypodermic
male
needle.
private part?
Yes. And
He pricked it.
he pricked it. Yes.
Just a little prick.
And the coup d'etat is the defecation on the floor.
Oh, hilarious. Those are hilarious.
And in the trash bins.
Who doesn't like a good prank?
Yeah, that goes beyond a good prank.
I pranked my wife one time. I just took a big dump in the car right on the driver's side before she went to work. And she laughed and laughed and
I
laughed.
bet she did.
That's basically my point, is like, when is a prank not a prank anymore?
I was like, Mike, your shoe's untied. Oh, you got me.
Yeah. Hey, there's something on your shirt.
Mike, I'm going to stab you in the junk with this needle. April Fools. It's like, that's just being mean and hurting somebody.
Yeah.
It's not a prick. A prank.
It's not that either.
It's not that either.
There's another paragraph in here. It says, the 20-year veteran of the force. So this guy has been at it for a while.
I'm surprised he's still there.
Not anymore. But 20-year veteran of the force would also regularly poop in the upper part of the toilet and was unafraid to drop off, take a number 2 in front of the staffers, something he did outside the restroom on several occasions.
Now, this is where I look back, and if I was ever arrested or given a ticket by this guy, I'm coming up now, and I'm going to say everything. Who wouldn't believe that? He did, yeah. He pulled me over, gave me a ticket, and then he punched me in the junk. I want this ticket thrown out of.
The crazy thing too is he was promoted to chief in January of 2024. So it's like he's been doing these things for 20 years and it got him promoted upwards.
That'd make you want to pull out your sidearm and take him
So
out.
part of this is it his fault, or is he just doing what he does and he keeps getting rewarded, so he doesn't know any better? He should know better.
No, that's his fault.
Yeah, it's crazy. One of the worst things in here too. It says, and they asked some of the other officers, so they're talking to some of the other officers from the force, and then one of them said he also was fond of scraping fluids from his underwear
Okay.
onto people seated in his office.
Why does he have fluid in his underwear? For just such an occasion, I guess.
I guess.
You never know when you're going to need it.
You never know when to get pranked
like
by
to
your
have a
eyes.
jar.
Jar
my
down there?
underwear?
How are you keeping it fluid?
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh!
because it dries out, right?
you
You
would
would think.
You would.
It also shows.
disgusting.
It talks about another prank. The last one I'll bring up here from the article. There's so many. It just keeps going. One of the ones he did was he had microwaved a cup of hot sauce, and it got so bad that the hot sauce in the microwave basically caught the microwave on fire, and the fire department and EMS had to respond to the police headquarters.
See, he should get the bill for that.
Yeah.
It's like,
Then did he take a dump on their feet or something? Well,
In the truck, the fire truck.
and that,
Gotcha!
yeah, and that was after he scraped his fluids onto the truck.
Jeez.
I mean, it's just like, it's insane. So anyway,
he knows no boundaries.
yes, April Fool's has to have boundaries.
Yeah.
Unlike this guy.
You know, I think at the beginning it said that he had something about his antics. Didn't it say something? He
Yeah.
did some antics. I don't think I've ever been accused of antics. I just try to think. Is anything I've ever done been, there's Doug with his antics. I'm like,
Maybe they've just never been classified that.
I feel like that's code for being, a
Above.
tool. It's like, there goes Greg and his antics again. Those crazy antics he has. I don't know. It's
No,
just
no
curious.
one's ever said, I've performed antics.
Do you perform antics or do you?
Well,
They just I guess you have to. Well,
This
those
guy
would be
probably
antics.
performs
Yes.
his antics. I mean, this guy's masterclassing antics.
yes, I think it's a whole production. I do, but
I think this has gone beyond antics.
Yeah.
well,
I
that's
don't know what
I'm getting
antics
at.
means, but I think he's gone beyond
I feel
it.
like taking a dump on the floor is not an antic at this point.
No.
I feel like antic is more like, I poke a hole in the bottom, your glass and it dribbles. Oh, you got, that's
Up to
an
those
antic.
antics again.
Yeah, not only that, I also put Viagra in it.
This guy was a menace. He's a
Oh, he
menace.
got me again. Mike comes walking out. Look down. Whoa, Mike! Oh, you must have been around the police and chief. The
chief.
The chief of police. Or are you just happy to see us?
I think these
Remember,
officers,
after 4 hours, go to the hospital.
these officers in the force. I mean, April Fool's Day to them must have been like another Tuesday. I mean, it was nothing
Well,
at
you
that
think
point.
he probably ramps it up for the April Fool's Day.
It blows the toilet up, and it blows the toilet up. Both. I don't know.
After
it's
he fills it up,
That's what I
blows
said.
it up. Yeah.
He blows it up, and then he blows it up.
Yeah. So it goes all over the office.
Oh my
What
gosh!
an idiot.
So anyway, it's
Yeah,
insane.
that's disgusting.
Yep.
He should be fired.
Yes.
I like a good April Fool's, but but some things are not April.
Like you said, I don't think these are these are jokes. These are pranks.
Sick breaks.
All right. Well, I saw this story. I want to get your guys. I'm just going to read it, and then I'll get your thoughts on it. This is coming out of Augusta, Georgia. A 24-year-old man was arrested for leaving his children, ages 1, 6, and 10, alone at a McDonald's while he attended a nearby interview. The youngsters, ages 1, 6, and 10, spent their time alone in the restaurant, which has an indoor play area attached to the dining room. So it says this guy had a kid at 14, and he has 2 other kids. He's out there, and he's trying to take care of them. He's trying to go out, get a job. So he left them at the McDonald's for a few minutes, went down the block for an interview. They also had said that after he left them, he came back and checked on them again and then left again. And that's when some busybody decided, you know what, this guy needs the cops called. They called the cops. Cops went in and checked on the kids. They were all right. And when the dad came back a few minutes later, they arrested him. Now, to me, I feel like this guy is doing This is what being a man's about. You go out. This is what started this whole conversation in my head, this whole thought process. It's taking care of your family. You doing whatever you got to do. If I got to work 4 jobs, if I got to get out and hustle after it, and it doesn't say where the mom is, I don't know. Maybe there's no mom in there, and he's like, no, I'm the dad. I'm going to take care of these kids. He's going out. He's trying to find a job. He leaves them at the McDonald's. Now, maybe that's not the greatest spot, but if you got one that's 10 years old, could almost be babysitting close to that. I mean, at 10 years old, we were left by ourselves at times out in the country for
I did
a little
babysit
bit.
at 10.
Not a lot.
A neighbor
but for
kid.
a little bit. No, this isn't optimal. I mean, you'd want somebody else, but if you've got nobody else, I don't know what you can do. First, the person who called this in is an a-hole. They're the a-hole. And second, if I was the cop, I would come, I'd check, see, hey, was this been in children, find out the situation. I would not arrest this guy. I'd be like, no, dude, listen, hey, yeah. In fact, you know what? I may watch your kid. Go finish your job interview.
That's what I was going to say.
Why not help this guy out? He's out trying to do something to better himself, to take care of his family. I don't know. That's where this started. I will pull back now and let you guys see if you have agree, disagree. I could be completely off base.
I had mixed feelings about it. I mean, in first blush, I was like, geez, you can't leave your kids at McDonald's. And I get it out of desperation, and he's trying to get a job, so that's a good thing. But I at first I was just like, man, you just can't leave your kids. But I also agree that you don't need to first thing you see something, call the cops. It's like, especially when he came back, maybe go over and ask him, hey, I noticed you left your kids here. Is there, why are you doing that? If he said, I'm doing a job interview, yeah, like you said, oh, I'll watch them for you while you go finish. Of course, that could be more dangerous than. Yeah. It's a tough call. But somebody's desperate. I
think he had the right idea, but he executed it wrong. He needed a babysitter, or had he just taken them
to the job interview.
I almost would have rather. I know that would have been a bad look, but I almost would have rather have just done that.
But would that be as bad a look as, say, the person interviewing you, and for some reason he left and came back, right? It
didn't say that he left the interview. He took the kids, dropped them off, and then they said he returned a few minutes later to check on them, and then went back. So I don't know. I don't want to say that he left the interview or not.
Because if
he could have dropped them off, went to see where the place was, came back, took care of buying them something or whatever, and then went. I don't know.
Yeah,
because you definitely wouldn't want to walk out of an interview saying, "Hey, I got to run back down to McDonald's and check on my kids." No, that doesn't look good in an interview.
Yeah, and. Yeah, he had good intentions. It just wasn't executed the best.
And maybe he had no other option. I don't know.
That was my next thing. What if you don't have another option? What are you going to do?
There's a lot of variables we don't know. How far away was it?
Yeah.
Is there no one else that could watch him?
So anyway, that just kind of stirred in me because a lot of times you hear about deadbeat dads and everything. It's like, look, this guy is out. He's trying. And he had a kid at 14, and he's still taking care of him, still trying to get out and do it. So I'm going to give him kudos.
We'll give him kudos.
I'm going to give him kudos.
Yeah.
And if he had no one else to take care of, there was much worse places. I don't know. We hear stories all the time in this state, I will say this, where you hear like DCFS has been called in multiple times, and they keep giving the kids back to these horrible parents who eventually kill the kid.
Yeah.
This guy is out there. He's like, listen, I'm trying to get a job or whatever. And they'll come in and they'll put the hammer on this guy. But somebody is really abusing children, they keep giving the kids back.
Well, these are about the ages of my grandkids on, my daughter's kids.
Yeah, true.
Caden is almost 10. And I'd say he's mature enough to watch his younger sisters in a situation like this where, if the dad said, I really need you to watch them, you do not leave this area, blah, blah, blah. Still, like Mike said, not ideal.
It's not ideal,
but
no.
I think the onus isn't more so on the siblings. It's more on the public. It's more on the other
Yeah.
people in the McDonald's.
Yeah,
Like
I
that's where it goes wrong. Maybe
Yeah.
not necessarily the siblings. It goes wrong when you introduce
The
other
yeah.
people in the McDonald's.
Well, I got to be honest with you. If I saw a guy come in with his kids, I wouldn't pay too much. But he came in with kids, and they went to the playland. They're playing, and then he walked outside, and then he came back and like took them something to eat, and then he walked back outside. I wouldn't know. It's like, well, maybe the mom's back. I wouldn't know that they were there by themselves.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't.
Unless they would. They go up. What are you doing? Where's your daddy? Are you here by yourself? It's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Some people, they just want to be in everybody's business, and sometimes it works out for the best. But
Well, they want to be in everybody's business, and they don't want to ask any questions or find out any facts before they jump to conclusions.
so anyway, so being a man is responsibility and stuff. And I saw there was a link that I clicked on, 10 personality traits that are increasingly rare in manly men. So we got personality traits. I'm just going to read, see if you guys agree or disagree. There's just 10. I'm just going to read
I
these
disagree.
10 off of there. Of course. It says physical strength or toughness, number 1. Emotional stoicism, 2. Courage and bravery.
Emotional stoicism.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's like
You're not
you
supposed-
have no emotions.
Yeah, you're not
You
supposed
show
to be
no
going
emotion.
around and
You don't.
weeping over everything.
Okay. So you're just reading us the categories right
These
now.
are just the categories.
If
Jack.
you are having a tough time, you're supposed to put on that brave face. for
Interesting.
everyone else.
Interesting.
So basically, how you've lived your whole life. That's,
True.
no, courage and bravery was 3. 4 was independence and self-sufficiency. So being independent. 5, assertiveness, leadership. 6, competitive spirit. 7, decisiveness. 8, responsibility. 9, protectiveness. And 10, they say endurance or resilience. I think it's a good list. I think that's a pretty good list. And they're saying that it's disappearing in the generations. Some of that is because it's not being taught. These are things that need to be instilled. That's right, because I'm a man. I instill stuff. I don't instill it. No. But they need to be instilled in children. And I don't think it's just for men. I mean, I think it's like women can benefit from a lot of these too. Now, some will say emotional stoicism, that's not healthy. It's like, well, I don't know. I don't think it's saying you don't have emotions or feelings. It's not letting your feelings get away from you to the point where you can't handle a situation. You just get so emotional that I can't deal with the situation. You got to learn how to keep your emotions in check. Yeah, have emotions, but keep them in check to be able to do stuff. Go ahead.
If you are the protector of the household, hard times come on the family, you're not supposed to be scaring or terrifying the rest of the family.
No.
You're
Right.
supposed to be the one handling that, keeping your emotions in check, even though your kids or your wife may be
Even though
struggling.
inside you'd be like, I don't think we're going to make it. The plane is going down, but the pilot like, listen, we got a lot of things I'm going to go do. Everybody sit down, put your seatbelts on. We're going to land this plane.
Yeah.
Like, well,
Exactly.
great. That's a very good illustration to put that the way you did that. So.
Right.
But I feel like those are all pretty good traits. So I got to thinking, what is the most manly? And now I've got another. We'll get into it now about the poll for the hobbies. So I said, what's the most manly and least manly things you have done or have about you? Because I wasn't necessarily thinking traits right at first. Greg, you brought this up.
Well,
before.
even some of those referred to traits.
Yeah. So before we get into the polls, you want to go, or you got some manly or less manly
Well,
things? Or you want
I
me
mean,
to
I
do
can
it?
tell you what Lori and I talked about, or
Yeah.
or go ahead if you've got.
Well, I wrote down what I think, and then when we got here, you were like, asked like Misha, my wife, what? So like, okay, so she thought about it. So like the most manly thing or the most manly traits for me, I was trying to think of. I'm like, well, I guess I was in the military. I was in the Air Force, went to basic training, went to tech school, and just did all the military stuff. That's probably it. But we've talked also too, like, I've cut down trees. We worked on a farm. All that stuff is fairly manly, I would say. For her, she said the most manly trait she finds about me is my twerking when I am celebrating.
Yeah.
She can't get enough of. No, that's from another episode. No.
That's only at work, though.
Oh, no. I twerk at home.
Yeah.
Some people spike the football. I twerk. No, protectiveness. And because I don't even realize, but ever since we were dating and everything, I always will, like if we're walking on the street, she goes to the inside. She's not on the outside.
I
of
do
the
that
street.
too.
If somebody is coming, we're walking down the street. I don't care who the person is. If they're coming in, I will move her to where I encounter that person first and not her. Especially, I try to stay situationally aware. Now, there's not every time, probably there's times I don't. Or, because this isn't, I'm not trying to be mean or sexist, but this, with her, anyway, I won't say all women, but with her, she's kind of oblivious when we walk around. She doesn't pay attention to a lot of, I'm the whole time I'm walking, I'm looking, I'm checking out the situation. Like, that car looks sketchy. What's that dude doing hanging out over there? What's this person doing here? Why is that woman got this big bag swinging around? Whatever. She's just like, well, look at there. There's a sale here. There's a whatever. And it's like, listen, you got to pay attention. So, and I also have tried to steer her away from people that are selling things or, hi, I'm a Jehovah's Witness. I'll move her. I came in one time I dropped her off at a restaurant. I went and parked. I came in. She's talking to this woman, talking. And I could tell something like, no. And yeah, well, here's the watchtower. You want to talk? Like, I said, well, we got to go. She's like, she was so nice. She complimented. Yeah. If they start why is this stranger just coming in? Not that you're not worth a compliment, but my radar goes up right away. Like, oh, what is happening? So that was
yeah. As far as like sales, like especially door to door, or when you go into a store and there's a salesperson there for some other product, Lori is actually probably better at that than I am. I mean, I don't want to talk to him either, but Lori will completely just.
You're too nice about it.
Yeah,
I do the same thing.
I'm more nice. I don't
even look at him.
I don't want. Yeah, I have to not.
Excuse me, sir. Can we? No, I'm sorry. I'm not even gonna look at you. Like, I don't want your product.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not wasting your time. You're not wasting my time.
Because I've gotten caught before.
Now, I will say this isn't quite the same thing, but as far as taking stuff back to the store or arguing about I'm horrible at it. I'm just like, just pay. Let's pay the price. I don't want to deal with this. Or if I get something and I bring it back, now if it's hundreds of dollars, then okay. But a lot of times I'll just like, I don't want to mess with taking this. And Mr.'s like, give me the receipt. No, we're going to go. She'll take it in and like, she'll dicker with them and argue with them. I'm like, it's just, I don't want to deal this.
Rarely take anything back.
I hate it. I hate taking things back. And she just is like, oh, it's just a regular thing. I do it all the time. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mike, where are you most manly?
Obviously not decisiveness. Well,
he's a good pranker. He pranks.
Oh, you don't want to be on the other end of one of my pranks. But I had thought about that a little bit. I'm kind of glad Courtney had come up with an answer for me, because even though it's only been 3 months, I would say I would take her answer, probably being a dad.
Yeah. Yep.
Because I feel like all of those traits you listed, I mean, they're either exaggerated, or one's traits maybe I didn't have of that earlier, I feel like I have now. Because you're responsible.
Because you weren't aware, maybe, or responsible.
Yeah, I mean, you add that extra responsibility. You take on those extra duties and chores, and you feel that, like when you become a dad.
Oh, it immediately changes you.
Yeah, yeah,
as it should.
And some of that comes with, sure, not that I have to protect her per se, but in the case it does, I'd give my life for her.
Yeah.
Or on the flip side, it could just be, changing a diaper, I guess. I mean, feeding her at night. I mean, just being there, sort of a thing.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if that's a good answer or not.
No, that's a good answer.
Yeah. It's a noble answer.
It is. So, did you did
Yeah,
yours?
so it's funny, when I read this and I thought, and I was talking to Lori at supper about it, I said, and the first thing, mine are like practical, like what practical things that I would consider, I always have done most of my own car work on my cars.
Yeah.
Or projects at the house. I mean, those are things I do that I would say in my brain are kind of manly things to do. And I asked her what she thought, and she said, well, you like to hang out with the grandkids. You're a good granddad to the grandkids. You want, and the same, you want to be protective of the grandkids. You want to be, even though we're not directly responsible for them, there's still a certain amount of responsibility there, especially, if we would have one of the grandkids at our house and you guys are going to be out for the night or whatever. I want you to know that they're well taken care of. So, that is to me an important manly role.
Unless one of them throws a weighted blanket on you.
Well, then I'm in trouble. That's coming up. Something about that sort of.
Okay.
Then her other thing is she said, and it goes right with those ones you just read, showing emotion she thinks is attractive, which I am not good at.
Oh, I thought she was saying that about you. I'm like,
no.
Oh, okay.
She was just like, I was asking her, okay, what do you find as an attractive quality for a man? And she goes, yeah, being able to show your emotions. And she knows I don't.
What is this salty discharge?
I'm not strong that we're wired that way. It's just, so that's a difficult one, but I don't know. I think in the right circumstances I would, but on a daily basis I'm not.
Just do like Jerry Seinfeld.
I'm not the best.
On Seinfeld and just start doing. I don't want pancakes again. This is ridiculous. And throw a fit over it.
Yeah. But I asked her then, what was the least manly thing you've seen me do?
Oh no.
The first example.
Not for you, but
yeah. The first example was swinging the hammer at the pumpkin festival.
I was there with that. I got to say, I laughed the first time. It started getting sad, though. I was
It did.
I was like, please, Greg, stop. Don't swing. Oh, I got to hit it. Don't do it again.
It was one of those.
He missed it again.
It was that thing where you hit the, you're using that big mallet and you're trying to hit the, what is that thing?
Well, they have a can sitting
target. A can sitting on
an anvil type thing or something.
And you're swinging
you crush it. And if it's flat enough to go through the little slot, you win a prize.
And I missed it every time.
Multiple times. In the same
I just
spot.
cannot.
He missed it the exact same way. It was like he was slicing, like whoop.
You know what?
Whoop. Like somebody hit his arm.
The week after that, I went out in the backyard. I had some wood that I needed to split. I went out there and split it. I made sure I could hit that with an axe. It was like, why was I missing that?
And
I don't know.
Showed up next year and that wasn't around. Like, no! Practiced it for a year.
Yeah, and then the other thing was there's a pretty bad picture of me from when we got married of me throwing the garter. It is not very manly looking. It's very prancy looking.
I've not seen that one.
It's not good. Me and my 80s mullet tossing the garter over my shoulder.
Well, for me,
not good.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mike. I was going to say for least manly. For me, I will say I like candles. I love candles. I love Yankee candles. I love
you
scents.
sissy.
Whatever. I embrace it. Like, hey, it's not manly, but I do like it. I like nice candles.
I like my candles.
I asked my wife, what is the least manly thing about me? And she said this. I said, that probably would supersede the candles had I thought about that. Decorate. I am a good decorator. That's
you
what
got
she
a good
said.
eye.
And also with her fashion, she'll say, does this go together? Lisa, I will put together outfits for her. I don't advertise that. I guess I am now to the 7 people that are listening. But no, I can put together clothes.
An ensemble.
I can. I can make it work, baby.
Make it work.
That's right. So I said, yeah, it's probably worse than the candles. But hey, whatever. It's one of my traits I have. I can't help it. It's a blessing and a curse. I don't know, Mike, did you have any least manly? No, I'm all manly.
I'm definitely the maid of the house. I do all the cleaning.
Oh.
And, OCD ties into that a little bit, but I like it.
But you like to do it too,
I like
right?
to do it. I like to do it. There's a satisfaction I get when I can see the house clean.
My
now, granted,
only complaint, you don't have to wear the outfit, but that maybe pushes it up.
Sometimes it goes. Right?
Once I did that only mics with it, I mean, it stuck.
Well, your numbers went through the roof.
Yeah, it stuck.
Oh, yeah. Do you have
That
anything
was
else?
it.
Okay.
In one of Greg's, I wish I was just more handy with stuff like around the house. I can try.
Well, that's what I do.
I'm not always the best. I wish I was more handyman. Like my dad is pretty handyman, but
Yeah.
I did not. Of all the things I've helped, it's like I did not inherit any of that. Really, I'll try. I'll give it the college try.
Yeah.
And if somebody can show me what to do, I'll give it my best shot. I wish I have swung and missed quite a few times on some.
Mine was just a
Some
literal
handyman
swing
stuff.
and miss, but
No, I didn't even. Yeah, sorry, I didn't even think of that.
I come over to Mike's house and the windows are all busted out. What happened? Greg was trying to help me hang up with the hammer. I had to take it out of his hand. He busted 4 windows.
and broke his thumb.
Finally just said, please quit. Please. I beg you.
Did you actually break your thumb with that, or
No,
is it? Oh, okay,
no,
all right.
no.
Okay, so
I was like, now I feel bad.
that would have been more manly. I think I would
If
have
I'd
preferred
injured
it.
myself, if I'd injured
Break your
myself,
thumb. At least then we would have thought, oh man, remember when Greg broke his thumb?
yeah.
So I found this article from some psychology website. They did this survey of most attractive and least attractive hobbies, and they got 15. Here, I'll go through these fairly quick. They got 15 of the most attractive hobbies and 15 of the least attractive. And what I liked about this is they kind of broke it down into a couple. They have 15 most attractive hobbies to women, and then the 15 most attractive hobbies men think women like. Now, there are a lot to say, so I don't know. I was trying to read in here if they picked from a list or if people just, it's kind of like the top one,
Because they're
Family
the same
Feud.
hobbies, right?
They are the same hobbies.
I think it's just the order is
Changes.
changed.
So here they are. I'm just going to run down them. The 15 most attractive hobbies to women, according to this website that they did this poll.
Are you going from top to bottom?
Top to bottom. So number 1, 98.2% of the women say reading. Attractive hobby? Okay.
I read, and Lori's never really.
Foreign languages doesn't get the motor running. Hey,
how
I'm
to be
getting
a
this
lumber-
book out.
How
Let
to
me
be a
read.
lumberjack?
That's what I told her at
Yeah.
supper. I was like, I'm going to get the book out and read to you.
I don't read much, so maybe that's my problem. So
It's been a while. I don't read as much as I used
foreign
to.
languages, ooh la la. I guess if you can speak French or Italian to
I
the
don't know
language
any.
of love.
AI will take care of that for me.
Playing an instrument.
Google Translate. Play.
Yeah.
Playing an instrument. I see that. You see somebody with a guitar.
I play an instrument.
I just get the bongos out.
Hasn't helped me. Fonzie.
Cooking. Now, I do most of the cooking. I enjoy
I
cooking.
do as well.
I do some cooking. I'm not a lot.
Woodworking. I don't do much woodworking. That's something I would like, but yet the women say they like to see a guy get out there and work that wood with his hands. Painting. Just, I guess, anything.
Well, what kind of paint? Because I've been
Like to
painting
paint
the
the wall?
bathroom,
Ooh.
and I don't know how.
Lori sits there. Yeah. Brush that wall, Greg. Dip that brush and paint that
Oh,
wall.
don't fall off the ladder.
Ooh, is that eggshell?
Yeah, satin.
Writing. Again, just write stuff
I
down.
write horrible, so she does not want me to write.
Gardening.
Just brushes
I don't
off
garden.
gardening.
Swimming. Nobody wants to see me swimming.
Maybe jumping off the high dive.
See now, yeah. Yeah. Photography. Yeah. Work it, baby. Work. Hey, it's not just with your phone anymore. It's not like you're a photographer. Everybody has a phone that just
Yeah,
takes pictures.
we're all photographers now.
Astronomy. There's the Big Dipper.
Yeah. Her
I'll show
nickname
you
would
the
be
Little
Galileo.
Hiking. Okay, I guess you get it. Somebody out go hiking. Kind
This
of
is getting far down the list.
This is archery. Do we have a lot of archers out there? Like, oh, you can see archery.
Well, the next one's even.
Blacksmithing.
I pull out my anvil.
And the last one is traveling. I like how traveling is behind blacksmithing. I need to find a man who could shoe a horse and make me some straighten out some nails if I got some out.
That person on the Facebook page, man, they could have used a good blacksmith for their sword and shield.
They could have.
Their
Lori,
medieval
traveling
conflicts.
would be way up that list.
Well, I would be up mine. I'd be like, yeah, let's travel. Now, these are the top hobbies men think women like. So, number one, and they're the same hobby. So, let's see how close they got. They said playing an instrument was the number one. Again, I could see that. You want to play an instrument?
They polled a bunch of guitar players.
They probably did. 2 is swimming.
What's up with swimming?
I don't know. 3 is traveling. See, I think
it moved way up.
I would have put traveling at 1 or 2.
But again, this is what men think.
Hiking. I wouldn't put it that high for women. Now, some women that love it. My wife is not an outdoor person, so
yeah, these are hobbies that men think women find attractive.
Cooking. I would think that. See, I think cooking should be up higher myself. I guess I'm a man, so I'm thinking that they should like that. Foreign languages. I would have dropped that way down too. Reading, then painting, writing, woodworking, photography, gardening, archery.
Archery again.
Blacksmithing stayed
It stays down at the bottom.
And then astronomy, because nobody wants astronomy.
Yeah.
Who wants to listen to astronomy? So those were the top 15 most attractive hobbies according to women, and then what men think women want. Now, here are the least attractive male hobbies. 15 according to women.
Well, hold it. What was the top one?
Those were
The 15 most attractive. Okay,
Yes.
These are the least.
These are the 15 least attractive hobbies.
Whoa, I've
women.
got a question.
Well, I've got some questions as well. So,
Yeah, I was trying to figure out some of these.
So here's what they said. I'm just going to go through them, and then we can talk about them. So number one, the
Least attractive. Most least attractive.
So I'm assuming, I'm trying to look at that, the least attractive. So the top one is the least attractive.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
So comic book, then cosplay, debating, drinking, MTG. I don't know what that is.
Magic the Gathering. It's like a.
I still don't know what that is.
It's a nerdy
It's
game.
It's a card. It's a card game. Basically.
Anime,
Yeah.
makeup. There are a lot of. Again, I'm an old man.
Well-
I'm from a different generation. A lot of dudes doing makeup out there. Maybe.
Maybe now.
I would agree. That's not. I would move that one way to the top of the list for me. And is it a hobby?
Maybe.
Okay, crypto, cigars, clubbing. Again, is clubbing a hobby?
Well, are you clubbing the
Yeah.
woman or are you going to nightclubs?
Well, I
Because
like to club
clubbing
the
is not
woman.
attractive to most women.
No, she did not enjoy it at all. I thought maybe a
I
little,
used to-
not even a little.
I used a foam bat.
Okay, marijuana,
It's a hobby.
Funko. Those are Funko Pops.
Yeah.
Arguing
Arguing
online. I know some people that would classify as a hobby. Okay.
Yes. I read them all the time.
Now the next one, porn. Okay, hang on. Well, there's 2 more, and then
Two more
gambling.
lower than porn.
Yeah.
And I don't know what manosphere is, but
Lori looked it up, and it was your social media presence.
okay.
It's a hobby.
So yeah. So according to this, if your wife came in and caught you with a magazine, she would rather it be Playboy than Spider-Man because comic book is the top least attractive hobby. And I don't understand. Porn is not a hobby.
Yeah,
It
what-
should not
where
be
did
a
that-
hobby.
where
Well, are
did
we
that
doing
one
them,
come
Are we doing
from?
them in the right order then?
Well, see, it says the least attractive. It's 33% of women
So-
say comic books.
Is the least attractive.
Only
Yeah.
10% said porn. Ladies, what's wrong? Come on. That should be way higher. That should be number 1. Again, I don't think that's really a hobby. And some guys out there probably, well, the way I do it is. Like, well, then you need a new hobby.
Oh, no, we were backwards.
Oh, is it backwards?
So percentage responded attractive by activity. So comic.
Okay.
Yes.
That makes more sense.
It's descending. So
Manosphere
is the least attractive.
is the least
Because
attractive.
only 3% of women said that was attractive.
Honey, what are you doing? I'm trying to get my social media presence up. Could you
Well-
look at porn instead?
Yeah.
So the manosphere is specifically like, when I looked it up, it's like the Andrew Tates of the world. It's like men are superior, that type of a thing.
I don't like that either. So, okay, so there. I'm glad the least attractive. It's very confusing the way they word this.
Yes.
Because I was like, really?
So these were percentage responded attractive by activity. So 3% said the manosphere was attractive, thus making it the least attractive.
Okay. And so for men, what they think women don't like, so clubbing would be number one. They thought they don't like drinking, cigars, cosplay,
so
makeup.
these are percentage of men who believe that women find this hobby attractive.
Yes.
Wow, that's so confusing.
Yeah, so this one.
These are the least attractive.
So men would think clubbing.
The least amount of men thought this was.
Yeah. So men thought clubbing of these activities was the most attractive to women in this category.
Yeah. And makeup, crypto, anime, marijuana, debating, comic book. Porn moved way up.
It moved up
the list. How did
I
it?
think there's a lot of women out there that like porn. No, I don't think there is. Well, this isn't. They like it. They just think that if you have this as a hobby, what's your husband doing? Woodworking. Oh,
jeez.
Okay.
Magic the Gathering.
Magic the Gathering. Gambling. I gotta say, it's hard to say. Porn may edge out Magic the Gathering. I don't know. That's a bad one. Oh, I'm kidding. Relax. Yeah, gambling, manosphere, arguing online, and Funko. They're like, Funko's the worst. It's way worse than porn. Women would rather look at porn than have a Funko doll.
Think.
Yeah,
right. Yeah,
that's why I said they're like the women would rather have a collection of Playboys than a collection of Funkos.
Yeah.
So anyway, there we go. I'm sorry I screwed that all up there at the top, but it just seemed odd.
It's very confusing.
Yes, but that's what they thought. So I don't know. Any of those hobbies? I wouldn't have picked probably most of it.
Well,
I don't know.
Most of these
hiking.
I wouldn't be my hobbies.
No, I don't know that I don't know what I would say would be my hobby though. Because my wife asked me,
music
what's
is
your
a hobby
like,
for me.
Because
know.
all of mine aren't even on here, one way or the other. I like to fish. I like to play board games.
You
and
like the foot model
board game,
that's more of a side hustle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
shower beers,
Oh yeah, you got
connoisseur of the shower beer.
Yeah, you gotta have that. That's a good hobby. But it's like they're not even on here, so I'm like in the middle. I'm not unattractive, but I'm not attractive either with my hobby.
You're just.
I'm there.
What do you think of Mike?
It could be better. It could be
So
worse.
am I. I'm probably right the same way. It's like, hey, at least I'm not in the bottom 15.
I'm shocked that like video games weren't on there either because I like to.
Yeah.
All right, let me ask you, Mike. Maybe you don't know, and I'm only asking you because you're younger. So makeup, is that like makeup, like women do makeup, or is that something else that I don't know about?
I don't know.
I'm showing my age. I have no idea what that means.
Well, I'm with you.
I don't know.
Because it doesn't really give a description of it. They just list them, and it's like, okay, well. Anyway. All right, well, that was the last thing I had. I didn't want to get too much into there, but.
Well, and makeup's like fairly high on the list. It's in the middle.
Yeah, it is. So let's go to products. Greg, did you have? I had one.
I had one. Yeah, I saw this today. Your favorite, Reese's new peanut butter cup flavors, nostalgia treat we've been waiting for. Reese's PB&J.
No.
They're making their official debut. Debut.
The boot?
Debut.
You taking up foreign language?
Yes.
Yes, I am. So I can be more
See,
attractive.
They don't need to do that.
I will 100% agree.
It was
But-
already good.
Yes.
Chocolate and peanut butter, you don't need to improve.
And I like PBJ.
I do too.
I don't want it in my Reese's.
No. I'll eat a PBJ.
Yes. What will I follow up my PBJ with if
don't
they
know.
mess up the Reese's?
I don't know. Did you have anything? Was that?
No, it was the only
okay.
one. Just
Okay.
I saw this today. Reese's new peanut butter cup flavor,
No, I'm.
and I know that's your favorite when they modify
I don't
Reese's.
like it. I do like that they give you grape or strawberry.
Yeah, you can get either or.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Okay, I have one thing. This will play into kind of the hobbies. I sent a picture. These are screenshots. These are an ad that I got on X. Now, you've heard of people ordering off of Temu.
Oh boy.
And
Yes.
they have issues with Temu products, right? They show the Disney product, they get it, and it's some odd thing. It's like, Donald Duke or something, instead of Donald Duck, or say, well, I got these that showed up, and it's Temu adults only.
Ooh.
So, and it also has Temu adults only free gift. I don't do adults only stuff, but if you did, would you go to Temu? I mean, maybe it's your hobby.
Well, if you want the
Maybe
discount, you want the
biggest bang for your buck.
That's right.
I got a lot. And I don't know if it's like stuff you wear or
other
videos or things. I don't know, but I would be a little
I
reticent.
think you should order one to see what it is.
I didn't even click on it.
I'd like to order an adults only.
I didn't even click on it because I'm like, nah, I don't need this to keep showing up in my feed.
Well, you messaged it to us, so you're going to get them now.
Yeah. So will you.
Thanks.
You're welcome. So that was it. That was my one product.
So my products that I've got here actually were courtesy of my wife, Courtney. She provided us with all of these products today. So some come from Amazon, some come from Facebook. We'll go from there. The first one was a screenshot of a Facebook or Amazon product through an ad that she got on another app. It's called the Randimals plush toy, and it's a horse that's like a duck. It's like
with
a duck
duck's
horse.
head.
Yeah, I don't know how else to describe
Horse
it.
body, duck head.
Yeah. I think what you're supposed to do is I think you're supposed to ride the toy. I think I don't know how
It's
big
big
it
enough
is.
to ride?
I don't
Does it
know.
quack or does it neigh?
It's a good question.
Does it gallop or does it waddle?
Ooh, yeah. These
And
are
will
all
it float?
questions.
Well, if you thought that one was interesting, how about the next one?
What the heck is this?
She got another one. It's a shark horse hybrid this time.
Ooh. You don't want that to bite you.
They're weird. Wow.
A
Who is this for?
randomal.
Who is this? Who is buying this? This is something I would order off of Temu. This is what is that? I don't know. It said order a pack of aquatic animals, and this is what it sent me.
Toy horse and shark hybrid.
Ooh, it's a hybrid.
Yeah. I don't know.
Plug it in.
I'd probably go with the duck. I like the duck horse a little
The
bit
duck
more
horse
than
one
the
is better
shark.
than that. That shark thing is weird.
That's creepy looking.
Well, the front legs on the shark thing almost kind of look like it's trying to be sexy. Like,
Yeah.
ooh, look at my legs.
Look at the cross.
He's got a strut to him.
He
now.
does.
Yeah, he does.
He's working it.
So the next one was another Amazon thing here. It's like a turtle shell pillow that you wear around yourself. And the next picture also is
Can you pop your head inside?
Yeah, I think so. You could probably do that.
Well, you say pillow, but it's like a backpack. So how does it work with my head? I can't lay my head on it.
Go to the next picture. It'll kind of show you the thing from the back. So it's like
okay, it's a giant.
it's like an actual giant turtle shell. I don't
So
know.
you could lay on your back, I guess.
Probably, but I guess if you try hard enough, you could probably squeeze your head down there. Maybe
Well, you need to. If it's a turtle, you need to be able to put your head in case, you get scared.
if you ever wanted to throw on a little bandana or whatever, little eye cover, you could be the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
You actually need to be able to pull your arms and legs in, too, really.
Yeah. That might be a challenge, though.
It does have a little tail.
It
It does. It's got the little tail.
Anatomically correct. The other product she
The
found,
heck is that?
I've seen this.
it's called the ostrich pillow.
Oh, I've seen this too. For like if you're traveling or something.
This thing makes you look like an alien. Like it goes over your entire head. It's bulbous. It's very bulbous.
What
But
are the holes in the top for?
your arms. So you put your arms in there and you can like rest like that. So you're like ducking your head like an ostrich would.
Oh, my goodness.
All you see is just like a slit for like your nose and your mouth. Your eyes, you can't see through it.
It looks like one of those really old school scuba diving helmets.
Yeah,
Kind of.
like a diving bell type
Yeah.
thing or something.
Yeah, so you put your arms like above your head into the pillow. So you're an ostrich.
You wear
I'm
those
not-
for traveling, you say?
I'm not sure.
Well, how would I just sit next to somebody who whips this thing out? Yeah, you're hitting the attendant buzzer. Like,
I'm not sure where this would be.
I think everybody in the plane should have one on. That would look cool.
Boy, I'm just not sure where the practical use comes into play here. Though. I just don't get it.
I'm going to get one and drive down the road with it on my head while I'm driving.
Well, you have that. I'll take the next product on my head, the duty head.
The duty head.
So it's a little, it's like a little thing you tie to your head, and then you like throw plush poops to try to Velcro them to the duty head and catch the.
I think you need to wear this and then get with the police chief.
This is inspired by the New Jersey police chief.
You can tell him, I'm just playing a game. It's a prank.
Well, I think he would dig
duty
it.
head.
I think he would dig it.
I think it would be real duty, though. You wouldn't need the hat.
Yeah, just.
Gross.
I got him on the head.
Try and catch the duty on your head to find out who is the ultimate duty head. The next one, I really don't get the next one. Plush Banana Man toy stuffed doll.
Why is it a banana man?
With magnet funny man doll decompression toy birthday multicolor.
That looks like the most stressed out toy I've ever done. He's got his knees pulled up and his arms on his knees like, oh my God.
Well,
No
it looks
one's
like
going to
how
play with me. I know I'm not going to get bought. I'm going to be stuck in the store again.
It looks like how we used to sit in the hall during a tornado warning at school.
You pull your hoodie over your head and pull the string on it, the drawstring.
I like how it says it's for decompression, but who's decompressing to this?
I think you need to de-stress the doll. Like, please take him. Help him relax.
Banana Man. I don't know.
He's a little stressed out.
He is stressed.
I did not get that one.
Oh my God.
The other one is Sunny, the happy blobfish.
Have you seen the real ones of those?
They are
Yeah.
ugly. They look a lot like that.
Yes,
I think
they do.
Sunny is he's just for display, so you can buy him as a nice little desk display.
No.
Maybe.
But his name is Sonny. He's happy.
Doug, would you buy
Sunny.
Would you decorate with Sunny?
Oh, most definitely.
All right. Well, it's Doug approved.
Well, I'd put it right below my, what is that, Billy Bass or whatever that's on the wall.
Yeah.
Although I feel like if this one would sing, it would just be the blues.
Yeah.
My woman left me. Now
Or
I'm
maybe
here on the
Sonny.
shelf.
Maybe he would sing Sonny.
Oh my gosh. I'm never not going to see a blobfish and think that voice in my head now. The next one's a
What in the world is that? What is that?
Shiny.
This is from Facebook Marketplace. So somebody somebody was trying to sell this on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh my goodness.
Shinesty Snow, it's a phallus plush. It's an ornament.
For what?
Your Christmas tree.
What do you got on your tree?
You see, I got this hobby.
Yeah, Doug orders adult from the Temu.
Yeah. I ordered a duck from Temu, and this is what they sent me.
I ordered the horse duck.
Oh my god.
Horse duck.
Oh my gosh.
That's terrible.
I like how too on the listing on the Facebook Marketplace listing, it was $10. Now it's reduced to $8. So you're getting a bargain.
Well, this from 2020.
Yes.
Is it numbered? Maybe it's limited edition.
Limited edition. It's
Well,
discounted.
they made it to look like a snowman.
Oh my gosh. That's all I
I don't know
got.
how to describe it without getting
It's yeah. It's see. It could be called Banana Man.
It could.
The albino Banana Man. It's yeah. I don't know why it's got like a duck. It has a duck face. I think
It kinda does.
I think it's a hybrid. It's a duck banana.
It's a randomal.
It's very odd. I don't know
Oh
why.
my gosh.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that is different. All right.
Whew.
Is that all you got?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into. Let's see how much time we got here. Ooh, well, we'll roll through some of these. We'll see how we may do 10.
Yeah. Do what you want.
If you got a piece of paper, so you can write your guess down. We'll try to go quick. These might be a little
You can use
difficult. So I'm going to start. These are movies. It's a movie quiz. You have to guess the movie based on the description, but it's been Shakespeareified, so it's written as if Shakespeare wrote the description of the movie. And I'm just going to go down here, and here we go.
What light doth shine?
It is a lot like that. The first one. A young knave, but 8 summers aged, is left to guard his father's house by cruel mischance. On the eve of Christmastide, he must outwit roguish thieves with cunning schemes and merry mischief. You locked in?
Yep.
Okay, what you got?
Home Alone.
Yep. Home Alone.
So do I. And it is Home Alone. All right. 2. I did that one because it was kind of easy, so you kind of get what we're going.
Yeah, I have a feeling I'm going to go bad.
A weary man of sleepless nights and a reckless maker of cleansing wares conspire to forge a secret brotherhood of combat, which soon spirals into chaos and rebellion most unbridled. I got a guess, but I have no idea. Because sadly, this might be the most unmanly thing about me. If it's this movie, I've never seen this movie.
Read it again.
It's a mouthful. A weary man of sleepless nights and a reckless maker of cleansing ware conspire to forge a secret brotherhood of combat, which soon spirals into chaos and rebellion most unbridled.
Yeah, I'm glad we reread because I've got a better guess now.
I've got a guess.
What's your guess?
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
It's Fight Club.
I guess Fight Club, and it is Fight Club.
I never saw.
I've
Fight
never
Club.
seen that movie.
It's the part where they talked about the band. Or whatever.
See, I've never seen it.
Yeah.
All right, number 3. A bold maiden of boundless hope joyeth forces with... Oh, hang on here. A bold maiden of boundless hope joineth forces with a hardy mountaineer and his steadfast beast to seek her kin. A sorceress whose cold sorcery hath cast the kingdom into a frost.
I got this.
You
one.
got it?
Yeah.
You got it?
Yes.
I don't know.
You got a
Shrek.
guess?
Frozen.
Frozen. And a land most fair and radiant, 2 mirthful souls doth revel. Well, hang on. See, it's hard because I'm trying to read this. And it's, in a land most fair and radiant, 2 mirthful souls doth revel in a world of perfect hue. They thus venture into the realm of mortal men and discover the pleasures and perils of life amongst humankind. Ooh, okay. I want to read it one more time. In a land most fair and radiant, 2 mirthful souls doth revel in a world of perfect hue. They dust venture into a realm of mortal men and discover the pleasures and peril of life amongst humankind. Wow, that is tough. I am struggling with this one.
So they're in a great world, but they go into the mortal world. I got nothing.
I have a guess, but I know it's wrong.
Throw it out there.
I got nothing.
I
either.
put Narnia. I know it's wrong,
that's
though.
a good one. Barbie.
Again, didn't see it.
I don't think it would have helped me if I did see it, though.
No, I don't either. I'm not good at these.
These are tough. I was trying to do something a little different, so let's go. We got number 5.
It's good.
A noble house doth journey to a desolate inn.
Hold it. A noble what?
A noble house doth journey to a desolate inn secluded by winter. Hang on. A noble house doth journey to a desolate inn secluded by winter's grasp, where a dark and malevolent force doth stir within the father's soul, turning his hand to wickedness. I think I know this one.
Mm-hmm.
I have a guess, but
All right, I'm locked in.
The Shining.
Yep, The Shining.
That was my guess. And it is The Shining. A lad bereft of parents and kin.
Bereft.
doth enter a vulnerable academy of sorcery. Okay, well, we already. Where he cometh to know the truth of his own blood and the dread malice that lurketh within the very heart of the enchanted realm.
Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Bereft. I like that word.
Bereft. Yeah. I may use that tomorrow.
Me too. I'm going to start working that into my vocabulary.
All right. An ancient sire with visage worn and voice frail doth recount unto a lady whose mind doth falter beneath time's heavy hand a tale of youthful passion. I know this one.
Do you really?
I do.
I don't. Nothing's coming to me.
Got to read it again.
I think. I have a guess anyway. An ancient sire with visage worn and voice frail doth recount unto a lady whose mind doth falter beneath time's heavy hand a tale of youthful passion. I may be wrong, but I have a guess.
I mean, I'll throw a guess out there, but
I got nothing.
I said yours? The Titanic.
I did. I said Titanic.
It's the Notebook. I never
Oh,
I said the Titanic.
I did too.
And yeah, that wasn't what's wrong. Well, we are all tied up.
No, you guys got one. I didn't.
Oh, what did we get?
You guys got. I said Plain Strange. You
Fight
said.
Club. Okay.
Yeah,
So
Fight
me and
Club,
Mike,
which I did
too.
not know.
All right. Here we go. A timid youth, by chance most foul, doth come into possession of power strange and wondrous, bestowed by a creature wrought through unnatural means. With these newfound gifts, he doth don a mask and wage battle against injustice.
I've got a guess.
I got a guess too.
I got a guess too.
Spider-Man.
That's what I got.
That's what I guessed, and let's see what it says. Spider-Man.
Yay!
A maiden of fair visage doth follow her former paramour to a place of learning where the halls of law do beckon. Yet within those hallowed walls she doth uncover depth of spirit beyond outward grace. Wow, I have no clue. All right. A maiden of fair visage doth follow her former paramour to a place of learning where the halls of law do beckon. Yet within those... Oh.
I got a guess.
I got a guess.
Nothing.
You got your guess?
Yeah.
I got Legally Blonde.
I put Legally Blonde as well. Legally Blonde. Boom. And the final one. A comely wanderer doth lead a lone delver into forbidden arts, into a shadowed abyss. There he doth awaken to a truth most grievous. The realm he hath long perceived as life is not but a grand deceit.
You got a guess? You know this
Yeah.
one? I don't, but I'm going to guess.
I can't think of the stupid name of the movie. What is it called?
Need you to miss it.
Hang on. Yeah.
I don't think I've got the right one.
I can't think of the movie. All right. Well, I gotta miss it because I don't know. I know, not Insidious. No, it's right there. I got nothing.
I said The Matrix.
Oh. I said Lord of the Rings.
The Matrix
Is
is
it The Matrix?
Yeah.
All right.
Broke the Matrix.
So how many did you miss? I missed 3.
I missed 3.
Uh-oh.
So I got that one.
That means you missed?
Let's see, I missed.
I thought this was
The
that Leonardo
Planes,
DiCaprio movie.
Oh,
I missed that
Inception?
last
Inception.
one.
Yeah.
I missed 3. No, I missed 4 because I missed Barbie.
All right. Well, we'll do a tiebreaker with me and Mike.
All right. I may still try to answer. Just
That's
for
fine.
Fun.
A weaver of harmonies upon the keys, and a damsel who treadeth the boards, both in pursuit of their loftiest aspirations, ascend to glories untold. Yet their hearts are unsundered, caught betwixt fires of affection. A weaver of harmonies upon the keys, and a damsel who treadeth the boards, both in pursuit of their loftiest aspirations, ascend to glories untold. Yet their hearts are sundered, caught betwixt fire and of affection. A weaver of harmonies upon the keys. I got nothing. So did you?
I put the Titanic. I don't know.
I put La La Land.
La La Land. Good job.
Boom. Redemption.
Now we've got a three-way.
Oh. That's okay.
All right. Well, that will do it. We'll stop it there. Well, that was interesting. So wait, we just all tied. So
I lost, but then that was just
this may be the most unmanly thing
I went through the losers. I went through the losers. Yeah, it might be.
I don't know.
I went through the losers bracket and got the consolation.
You came back up.
Got the consolation prize.
And we both lost and fell into the losers bracket. Somehow we all lost. Everybody lost in this podcast.
Part of it's like deciphering the language.
Yes, it
before
is.
you even make a guess.
It's hard too when I'm reading it because I'm trying to read it for the first time and then try to.
Yeah, I almost need to hear it
process
twice for sure.
I was bereft of knowledge.
I was too.
I'm going to use bereft tomorrow. All right. Hey, thanks everybody for listening. Thanks for tuning in. We do appreciate it. If you like it, or even if you don't, hit the share button. Put us out there. Give us a 5-star rating. Give us a review, a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe. Mash that subscribe button, and you'll get a brand new, fresh episode every Monday. Listen to it at your leisure. And we hope you're tuning in 7 days. Until then, see ya.
Later.
Peace.